Welcome to Aqualuna 73, a realm where intuition moves like water and the moon remembers every journey. Here the eyes of the soul open gently, catching whispers from the deep wells of time, shaped by ancient forces, from the quiet power of Ra to the bold spark of Rik, guiding us through the unseen. In this space, the cup's tarot flows with quiet wisdom, while quantum sparks rise from the black well of possibility. The zodiac hums softly, minnow small yet universe wide, reminding us that even the smallest ripple in the pond can change everything. Some messages drift in like secret tides, echoing the mystery that readers have long explored, even in the hidden corners of Secret Tarot. This channel is a sanctuary for seekers, queens, wanderers, and those drawn to tarot readings that feel like conversations with destiny. Some messages arrive like secret tides, others like ancient hymns, all meant to guide you through each season of becoming. Here at Aqualuna 73, your spirit speaks and the cards answer. Please step through. Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel Aqualuna 73. We're going to do a Capricorn Vedic Moon Tarot reading now. Thank you to everyone who supports my channel, who subscribes and stuff like that. I would really appreciate it if you could share my stuff, comment. Okay, my channel is not as big as the other channels yet, so even just liking or commenting on my videos would help a lot. So if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. Okay, you don't have to subscribe necessarily, just comment, like it, share it. Maybe you won't find it helpful, but somebody else might. Anyway, like I said, Capricorn Vedic Moon for the second half of May and then June 2026. First card is the Queen of Swords. Second card is the Ten of Coins. If there's any background noise, okay, Luna is sleeping. She's snoring. I don't know if you can hear it. She's sleeping at the moment. So if I have to get up, as soon as somebody is going to walk into the door, she's going to jump up. I mean, in the front door, she's going to hear, or if somebody's coming. Okay, too many cards. What lessons and messages do you have for my Capricorn Vedic Moon astrology? I'm going to take this card, okay? Okay, so your first card is, this is the energies, the first three cards. We're going to see what the universe and it has for you, the messages and lessons. And we're going to see what signs, what planets are in your sign. Anyway, this is herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, and bloomer. Saturn is in Pisces all year, and Saturn is your ruler, Capricorn moon. So Saturn is in your ruling planet all year, or stays in Pisces all year. Sorry, your ruling planet Saturn is in Pisces all year. Jupiter remains in Gemini until the 2nd of June, and then it enters exalted Cancer. Rahu stays in Aquarius and Ketu stays in Leo. Capricorn, we're going to look at what this is going to hold for you for this last part of May as well as June. Saturn is in your 3rd house. Jupiter is moving from your 6th house into your 7th house. Rahu is in your 2nd house and Ketu is in your 8th house. That combination, Capricorn moon, basically it's going to create relationships and destiny pivots. Okay, one of the biggest. This combination is going to create one of the biggest relationship and destiny pivots for your Capricorn. What I pick up here for this middle, say from the 15th to the 31st of May, the energy theme that I pick up here with this Queen of Swords, this 10 of Coins, this what is it, 6 of Swords, and this Herbal Craft. Some type of preparation, okay, through pressure. This period, it still carries the tail end of Jupiter in your 6th house in Vedic astrology, which is basically concentrating on work, health, karmic correction, enemies, discipline, service, and routines. So basically, Capricorn moon this May is not like a glamorous period, okay? It's not light, in other words. It's a clean up your life before expansion arrives. This is what I pick up, okay, with these cards. Preparation through pressure. It says here, after all, regeneration, plant, medicine, caretaker, and bloomer. Okay, Luna is going to get up now. Can you just hold on, guys? I just want to get up. Door for her. Okay, she's still deciding, stretching, still deciding whether she wants to. Want to say hello to the people? Okay. I don't know what she wants. So, the emotional energy that you feel, mental overload. Okay. She's going up now. She's going to start barking, so I'm going to close the door. Okay, like I said, the emotional energy that you may feel, mental overload, hyper responsible. Okay, you could be feeling emotionally detached as well, and also unusually analytical. With this Queen of Swords, you're unusually analytical in your relationships. And you basically, I get the sense here with this card, there are dynamics with this 10 of Coins, which is also symbolizing a unity, a happiness in family, or dynamics with this abundance. Okay, but there's something that you're walking away from. It could be burdens, people that you were carrying, situations, Capricorn. And basically this energy of Saturn in Pisces is pushing emotional restructuring. Okay. And it's more emotional restructuring rather than visible achievements. Okay. And while you're in this energy, Capricorn moon, you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your direction, you're reducing superficial friendships, you in this energy where you want silence, you're craving spiritual grounding here with this regeneration and plant medicine card. You want silence, okay? Craving spiritual grounding, and you're basically feeling older, emotionally older than the people that you're surrounded with. To draw another few cards. What more do you have, my Capricorn moon, for this moon reading? Please and thank you. Lessons and messages for my Capricorn collective for this moon reading, please and thank you. Lessons and messages for my Capricorn moon collective. I'm going to draw another 3 cards. Okay, this is the first, second, and third card. Rahu in your second house intensifies something. Okay, we're going to look at it. Right. You have a hunger. It intensifies a hunger for money, ambition, a desire for independence. Okay, this is what I pick up here with this 9 of Cups and the Swords cards. This Queen of Swords, it comes across that Rahu in your second house is intensifying money hunger, okay, ambition, your desire for independence. This High Priestess as well, this is what I pick up. Maybe creating unconventional income streams, okay. This money hunger, it's basically a obsession. Obsession with financial security. Okay, this is what I pick up. You could be maybe showing signs that you're online and you're basically looking for ways for online income. It could be that if you're looking at what type of stuff do you get online, like crypto, okay, digital stuff, digital income, maybe speaking or writing or teaching opportunities, online teaching, I have known, networking. You could be networking with powerful people as well. You also have this energy of strong persuasive speech here with the Queen of Swords. The other thing I also want to mention, this Rahu energy. This Rahu energy could create anxiety. This is what I pick up with this Cups card here, with this 8 of Cups. It's in here, it says ancestors, family, survival, death, and worship on this card, okay? So what I pick up here is there's anxiety around money, possibly impulsive financial decisions. This is what the universe is warning you against. Okay, this raw energy creates anxiety around money, impulsive financial decisions, overwork. Okay, possibly maybe speaking too sharply as well. So the last half of May is not a good idea, in my opinion, for emotional reactive decisions. Capricorn moon. Okay, like quitting your job, maybe burning bridges. The universe is also advising you against revenge actions. I don't know if you have issues with individuals here. With this walk away card, the Six of Swords, and this, the universe is also asking you to look at this. Actions where you might seek revenge, okay, for whatever someone might have done to you. I have no idea what this is. There's a lot of emotional distance that you're going to experience with this card in May, the last part of May. You're going to have realizations of where the imbalances are. You're going to have clarity about who drains you. You're going to end weak connections. And there might be resurfacing of unresolved relationship karma, which is going to come up and which you need to address as well. Okay. Basically, you're going to be in an energy where you're going to be becoming very discerning. You're going to ask yourself questions like, if this bond has no long-term structure, why am I investing in this? Okay. You're basically asking yourself the right questions, or going to. This period also is going to show you or expose unequal efforts. Okay. Unequal efforts from people, possibly hidden resentments from your side or others. And this exhaustion here, energetic exhaustion, Ketu in your 8th house is going to increase your intuition, your psychic sensitivity, your detachment. You're going to possibly be in an energy where you're going to be interested in spiritual truths, okay? There's going to be deep transformations as well for some of you through intimacy. We're going to look at the energies for June. Give me 3 cards. What energies do you have for June for my Capricorn Moon Collective? Okay, King of Swords. Okay, I just want to adjust my cards and make some room here. And then we have Ace of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords. going to draw an oracle card now. Like I indicated previously, for June, your energy theme is going to be opening. I mean, after this period of restriction, okay? Around the 2nd of June, Jupiter is going to enter exalted Cancer. And basically, Capricorn moon, this is a very exceptionally important phase, Capricorn, because it activates your 7th house of partnerships, love, contracts, alliances, public visibility, and major life decisions. This is going to, like I indicated before, Capricorn moon, this is a very strong relationship transit. And it's one that's basically, it's one of the strongest relationship transits for Capricorn over a decade, okay? You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. What I pick up here is I don't know if this is okay. I'm going to draw an oracle card. There is something that I pick up. I don't just want to make sure. There's something that I pick up with this Queen of Swords and this King of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Yeah, I see destiny level in relationships. Let me see here quickly. What do you want my collective to know about this? Destiny level relationships. Raising winds, magical release, calling intentions, and stronghold. Okay. What I pick up here is this shift is basically going to take you out of survival mode to emotional reciprocation, okay? Reciprocity. Basically, for those Capricorns who felt isolated, you might suddenly experience meaningful connections. This could be a Queen of Swords, King of Swords dynamic, meaningful connections, relationship healing, committed discussions, soulmate encounters. Some of you could get married, or there could be possibilities of this. Or it could be just support in business dynamics, okay? This Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Swords energy. Exalted Jupiter in the 7th house tends to bring wiser people, emotionally mature partners. This is what I pick up with this King of Swords. Protective allies, benefactors, people who open doors with this Ace of Swords. This is what I pick, Magician energy, magical release, calling intention, and stronghold. Okay. This is a very, it says stronghold. I don't know why I pick up metal. Probably because of the swords. Probably because of Mercury being represented by Gemini as well. Okay. This energy or this transit, Capricorn moon, it especially favors marriage. It favors long-term commitments, reconciliation with emotionally healthy individuals, and like I said, business collaborations. Okay, there's also improvement, say for instance, in your public image. And what I mean with this is I'm trying to think of an example. Public image, your networking. Okay, your gains in your networking circle, in your 11th house, in your 3rd house, communication and courage, and also in your ascendant yourself, basically recognition, increased visibility, stronger confidence with this Ace of Swords and this King of Swords, charisma, and support from influential individuals. Okay, people are going to respond to you differently in June, Capricorn Moon. You're going to have more respect. There's going to be more openness and more opportunities. Your word, this is what I pick up with this Page of Swords and this Ace of Swords. Your words are going to carry more weight. And this is basically going to be excellent for consulting, leadership roles on social media, or maybe in teaching dynamics, or entrepreneurial endeavors, or certain negotiations that you have to do. Okay, or certain negotiation dynamics that you have to enter. Your financial energies are going to expand as well. This is what I pick up here with us. Basically, the energy that I pick up is that also that your financial energies are going to expand, but intelligently. Rahu basically amplifies your desire for wealth, but Jupiter stabilizes it. Okay, and this June, basically, like I said, and I'm placing emphasis on this, is going to be favorable partnerships. You're going to be client, gain more clients. Your business is going to be scaling for some of you. You might be signing certain agreements. There could be collaborative incomes, and you're going to attract higher value. Higher value. This is what I pick up with this card. Higher value opportunities. Your energy basically from May until June, until end of May into June, it's going to shift from struggling alone to strategic alliances to create growth. Ketu in the 8th house, Capricorn Moon, is going to continue throughout June. It also means what for you? Your intuition is going to be heightened. You could also get a lot of prophetic dreams. I'm going to see what else do you want my Capricorn Collective to know for this Vedic Tarot reading for Capricorn Moon. Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Coins. Today, this Knight of Cups, I said Ketu is in your 8th house. It's going to continue throughout June, which means heightened intuition. Okay, with this Knight of Cups, prophetic dreams. This is what I pick up with this King of Swords, this Knight of Cups, prophetic dreams. And sudden psychological breakthroughs as well. There could also be certain ancestral karma surfacing and deep emotional purging, okay, with this cup. Deep emotional purging. This is a family card. It's a happy family, 10 of cups. Today it comes across as like a purging energy with this Knight of Cups, with this King of Swords, and this card here. Ancestral, karmic purging and surfacing of things. Deep emotional purging. Basically, Capricorn, what this is going to mean for you, you're going to be less interested in shallow success. You're going to be more spiritually serious. You're going to be drawn to mysticism, maybe certain spiritual practices. And you're basically going to be fascinated by the truth. Okay. This is also a powerful month for you, Capricorn Moon, to meditate. You can also, it's also a good month for shadow work. Okay. Whole healing old traumas and energy cleansings. I'm going to draw another card. We're going to end off with this. And then going to just do an overall. I don't know why my cards are like this now. So shuffling, it does this. Okay, so basically, Capricorn Moon, the summary for you, when I look at these cards lying here, for May, late May and June, karmic cleanup phase. It's very heavy and very strategic this May. Emotional clarifying, necessary endings, internal restructuring. Internal restructuring. Okay. There's going to be necessary endings. These doorways that are going to open for you. Support that's going to arrive. Recognition. Your recognition is going to be increased. And there's going to be opportunities. And these opportunities are going to come through people. It's not going to be something that you have to struggle for, okay? Saturn, like I said before, is your ruling planet, Capricorn Moon. Your blessings for 2026 is basically going to come through patience, integrity, through discipline, and being emotionally mature. And this last end of May, it's almost like the universe is also advising you to not create resistance. Don't try to force outcomes, okay? Align with structure and clarity, because this June is going to bring a strong momentum for you. The most activated areas for you in June 2026, Capricorn Moon, is going to be in your partnerships, your career, money and career. There's going to be a lot of visibility. Your networks and gains as well, financial stabilization, emotional healing, and also spiritual awakening. Songbirds, Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye and release. I think this is just apt, okay, to end off the reading. I don't know what else to add here. I also want to place emphasis on something here, but sometimes, Capricorn, when we are in a certain funk, and I speak from experience here, sometimes we have this tendency to feel depressed. And the best thing, okay, and it's not for everyone, okay, not everyone is the same. Sometimes you have to take this energy outside of yourself and maybe go do something for someone else. In other words, to take this energy of me. Maybe you're depressed, maybe you're I don't want to say you're pitying yourself, but usually when we are in an energy like this, if you are, the best thing that you can do is to basically take this energy and place it outside of yourself, maybe doing charity work for the elderly or poor, okay? Because whatever this energy is, it could also lead to escapism. So I'm just like warning you, if you're still in this, you're still in May, okay? So you could donate things or pray, okay? Maybe start gratitude practices, use mantras and stuff like that. Ground yourself for karmic stability. Avoid harsh speech, pessimism, and isolating yourself and overworking, okay, without emotional nourishment, so that you don't have to be in this energy of depression if this is what you feel, or you feel depressed or sad and stuff like that. Anyway, this is it for you, my Capricorn moon. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on when I load my content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.